you know?
This is 27-year-old Cassandritz Blanc, who killed his wife Martine Bernard, 20 years old, and their unborn son. He shot his wife in the head. The boy she was carrying would have borne Cassandritz's name. Blanc shot Martine Bernard because she disrespected him, and that he hid her body in his apartment for a week, trying to dismember her to make her easier to hide, but failing. Days later, he shot his father-in-law, Roosevelt Bernard, in the neck and tried to set him on fire. According to the arrest report, Bernard's family was getting ready for his son's baby shower on June 9, 2018, when Blanc unexpectedly showed up to his home. Police said Blanc claimed that he was there to pick up clothes for his pregnant wife. Roosevelt Bernard's wife told detectives that she went to take a shower a short time later, leaving her husband alone with Blanc. According to the arrest report, Blanc told his mother-in-law that a Hispanic man had knocked on the door and asked Roosevelt Bernard to come outside to talk. But authorities said Roosevelt Bernard never returned home.
You know what happened. I need to know why. I mean, did she come at you? Was it an argument? Was it a...
What do you mean it's not the end of the
world? I mean, you're not dead. Although I can look at you right now and I can see that you're sorry for what happened. I can see remorse. I can see somebody who's a grown man who's a little concerned, who's fearful about what's going to happen next. I've never been in your position, but I can tell you from doing this job for many, many years, the only thing that's going to give you some peace, and the only thing that's going to at least start to get you at least, you got to be truthful. You got to be honest. From this point forward, you just got to tell me what happened.
From the very beginning, we see a person overwhelmed by anxiety and fear. His emotional reaction reflects not only the gravity of what has happened, but also an internal conflict between regret and the desire to justify himself. This moment indicates high emotional vulnerability and a natural anxiety that emerges in extreme situations.
You know they were watching you, but you already knew that. You knew that they just didn't happen to stumble upon you. The guys were sitting in the alley for 4 or 5 hours. That's why they called the patrol units to come down and grab hold of you. They've already pulled her out of the dumpster, out of the one small one. They pulled the handcart out of the other. They're doing search warrants to go into the house. You didn't mean for this to happen. I can look at you and tell. I can sit here with you right now and know that you didn't mean for any of this to happen. That something happened that just kind of pushed this out of control. That something just started spinning around. But that's what I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me your side. I told you I wasn't going to play games with you. I wasn't going to... I want to be able to go back to the prosecutor and I want to tell him, yeah, he but he's remorseful. I mean, you didn't mean for this to happen, right? There's no way that this was... You didn't plan this out. I mean, I say that, but...
So, when you say that about someone, what typically happens with the person?
You know, a lot of it depends. A lot of it depends because every case is different. I've been in this unit.
I'm just wondering.
I've been in this unit for 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't, and again, I'm not going to be one of these guys that's going to sit here and say, look, you tell me the truth and I'll take care of it and I'll make it go away, because I can't do that. I can tell the state that you were cooperative, that when confronted, you came forward and you said what happened. I mean, look at you, you're not a killer. You're not a killer. I can sit, you're eating cookies. But something tripped, something flipped, and I want to know what it was. I mean, I want to know, I want to be able to go forward and say, yes, he was cooperative. Yes, when confronted, he explained it to me. I mean, he said what happened, just like what happened. Get it off. I guarantee you're going to feel better. I can tell you from doing this for 19 years. Just let it go. Otherwise, it's going to eat at you and eat at you and eat at you and eat at you. I know that you did not want to kill your wife. I know you didn't. I know that you didn't. But something tripped. I mean, obviously, she's been dead more than 5 or 6 hours.
He describes the situation as a sudden trigger, a loss of control, rather than a premeditated action. This points to impulsiveness and limited emotional regulation. Psychologically, we see someone who reacts to intense stress more reflexively than through planned action.
What happened?
I just need some time to eat my cookies. So
Okay.
hungry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Again, that's all this has come down to now. I mean, this is just your side. I've got all the other stuff. We've collected the stuff. You know how phones work. The phone tracking system. Like, if I send you, if I'm sitting here and I send you a text message, it's going to show up on your phone. When I go back and pull those reports with it, now not the regular phone report, but when I pull the report with a court order, it's going to tell me not only where my phone was when that text message was sent, but where your phone was when it was received. And it's going to tell me that within several yards. It's going to give me pretty specific geo-locations, geo-areas. We know what's going to happen with if the text message is still on your phone or her phone. We know that the phone was going to be with you. They've been tracking your phone, and they've been tracking her phone. I mean, it's just about, this is the one chance that you really have.
Why do you say I killed my wife?
Because she's dead? Because you put her in the dumpster? And you know you did. And then this is what we could sit and play, and you're entitled to continue to play this out. If listen to, no, you hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
But you're entitled to that. You're entitled to play this out. But it's time for you to be straight, and it's time for you to come forward and say what happened. Same thing. I mean, it's time. It's you made a terrible mistake. Whether she pushed you into it, whether she cornered you, whether she verbally, physically, whatever, but you made a bad mistake, and there's no real correcting that mistake, but there is a getting right with it. And you know, you could do the same thing that some people do. You could say, look, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. That's not going to give you peace in here. It's not going to give you the peace. You just got to be straight and tell me what happened. Like, why? I know it was something that just, you seem like a pretty calm guy. Something just pushed you over the edge, like beyond over the edge. And I think I know, but I don't want to hear it. I don't want you to hear it from me. I want to hear it from you. She told you she knew, didn't she?
She told me she knew what?
Well, see, that's I don't want to put the words in your mouth. I want you.
What do you mean she told me she knew?
I think she told you she knew something, and she threatened you or cornered you with it, and then things went bad from there.
Subconscious motives appear through a sense of threat and pressure from his wife. He interprets her behavior as emotional manipulation, which provokes a defensive response. This is a classic example of cognitive distortion. The individual justifies aggressive behavior through external factors while not fully acknowledging personal responsibility.
My wife?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing games. I really don't know what you're talking
Okay, well then maybe I'm wrong. You tell me what happened. Just be straight with me.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So, with people, I'm not saying that it applies to me, but, with people
Hypothetically.
people that, are in situations where they've, murdered or whatnot, is there a possibility of, like, they can get out? What are those circumstances?
And make sure, listen to me clearly, because I want to make sure that you understand this. There is always a possibility. You understand that I have absolutely nothing to do with that at this point. I can tell you that cooperation and that honesty go a long ways towards that. I can tell you that depending on, let's say hypothetically, that I had somebody in here this morning, not you, and I talked to them and they found themselves in a bad position and something happened and they up and they killed their wife. And they tell me I've got nothing to say. And we go ahead and we charge them. And we go ahead and we collect the evidence and we prove the phones, we prove the cleanup in the house, the blood, we prove this, we prove that, and it goes to trial. There's no remorse, there was no honesty, there was no remorse. Jury does whatever they do and they convict the person. On the other hand, you've got somebody hypothetically that would come in here that would tell you, I can tell you how, you're ready to let it go. Just let it go. What happened? Cassandritz, what happened? How come? Where did it happen?
My life is done.
Where did it happen? Was it in the apartment? Here. It's just water. Just let it go. Let it out while you're doing it. Just let it go.
Why are you doing this?
Because we've got to get it out. We came this far. We got to get it out. Look, man, I'm telling you, when I sat here and I told you that you're not a killer, I sat here and I told you that I can look at you and I can see that remorse. You're crying. You're breaking down, man. You're sorry this happened. Tell me what happened. Let me put it down. Let me get it on the record. What happened? You didn't plan this out. Was it in the apartment?
I'm gonna get raped in prison.
Don't even think about that. Let's think about getting this stuff right. Where did it happen? Cassandritz, let's work through this. Let's get it out. What was it over? It was over her father, wasn't it? What was it over? Was it over, was it your child? Was it over her screwing around? Was it over? Come on, man. You gotta let it go. Just no spin. Just straight up. When I walk out of here today, and when I'm typing this up, I want to be able to say that although there was some initial confusion, and there was some initial misinformation, that when confronted, you did the right thing. You said what happened, and we went forward from there. even though I can guarantee you absolutely nothing, and I'm not the one to make any bargains or deals with, I can tell you that if you're honest with me, I'll go to the prosecutor and I'll make sure that they know that, just like I've done that hundreds of times in the past. Let's start out with the small part. Where did it happen? We just need to know, because that's where we're going to have to work it. Was it in the apartment? Or in the car?
Just give me a moment, please.
Okay. But I only want the truth. At this point, I don't want you to be dishonest with me. No lies, no half-truths.
Can I please have a moment, about 2 minutes, please?
But I'm going to sit right here with you. Are you going to be straight with me? See, but this, Cassandritz, you're getting ready to make the mistake that other people have made. The problem with you taking a moment is you're in that preservation mode, and you're trying to figure out how to put the best spin on it. And what happens is when you do that, you don't come off sincere, you don't come off honest. And that's all I want. I want the honest truth. I want the straight truth of what happened. I don't want you to try to make things fit together. I don't want you to try to give me a story about some woman coming into your bedroom at 4 o'clock this morning. I just want you to be honest with me. And if you think too hard, you're going to talk yourself into telling another lie. And that's not where we're at now. You just got to tell me how this past week spiraled out of control. Tell me. You know you want to. I can look at you and tell that you want to. What's the most serious thing you've been in trouble for?
Tickets.
How old are you?
Only 22.
What happened? Do I have to have my guys work the house? I'm sorry, work the apartment or work the car? At least give me that.
I'll tell you the truth.
That's all I want from you. That's all I've wanted from you since we got here. Obviously, you know that. I think you even knew the guys were watching you in the alley. You were just hoping they didn't see everything. Did you think they were out there? Tell me what happened. Just tell me.
Didn't see anyone in the alley.
No. But you were looking in the one truck.
What?
You were shining the flashlight in the one truck or something. What happened? Take a deep breath and just let it go. The apartment or the car?
The apartment.
Are you going to tell me what happened? Just let it
Yes,
go.
sir.
Let it go. I'm going to give you the same respect I have from when we first walked in here. I can tell that you're not a bad guy. But you got to tell me what happened. What day did it happen? This is Tuesday morning.
Exactly last week.
Last Tuesday?
Sorry. Monday.
A week ago. Your wife's been gone for a week? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What started it? Argument?
It hurt me a lot, you know, because her sister's best friend, he would always say things to her, to tell her, to convince her why we shouldn't be. I felt like he always tried to mess up what we had together.
Was he hitting on her?
It came off as not as him hitting on her, but it came off as him, you know, just wanting to have her, to not have her, I'm sorry, to be with her. He would always tell her how I'm not good for her, you know, it's a mistake, just giving her reasons why we shouldn't be together. And then
What was his name?
JB.
Jamie?
JB.
JB.
Yeah. So I felt like that's all he wanted to do, was to just mess up our marriage. Anytime we had an argument, she would go to him and open up to him. And I told her that's really disrespectful because, you know, it's not for you to do that. It's not respectful. It's like as if you're going to someone else for closure, and I don't do that to you. I don't go to another woman for closure.
You wanted to keep your business in your house.
I keep to myself. I keep to myself. And I just wanted the same. I treated her just like I wanted to be treated. I gave her attention. I gave her respect. So much respect. I showed her love. I showed her what it means for someone to really love you. You know, I did everything that I would want to have done to me. And she wasn't doing that.
Were y'all?
She was hurting me a lot. And this is the first time I'm actually, like, expressing myself, because I hold it in. It's been going on for months and months and months and months. I'm happy with her. I'm extremely happy with her. But it's hurtful when she keeps going to him, you know, for that closure, and I don't do that. It's hurtful when he tries to separate us.
How long have they had this friendship going on?
For an entire year. So one day I finally decided to just get it off my chest instead of keeping it in. I said, Martine, you know you're hurting me, right? And she looked at me and she said, why? And then I told her why. And then I told her what I just said. And then I'm being very honest with you right
That's
now.
what I want. That's
everything I'm saying is the honest truth.
At this point, that's all I want. That's it.
So I told her, you're hurting me, and she asked why, and I explained it to her, and she rolled her eyes, and she just disregarded what I said, and I said, you don't care? And she looked at me in the eye and said, honestly, I don't feel the same way that you feel. I don't care, she said. And I asked her 3 times to make sure. So you don't care? No. You don't care? No. I feel bad that, it hurts you that, I talk about what we go through to him, and then he gives his 2 cents as to why we shouldn't be together. But she said she didn't care. And she looked at me and she said she didn't care how I felt. And I said okay. And I knew she was gone. And I was, I went to bed, in pain, just went to bed, and early, and woke up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom, and I looked at her sleeping, and I was like, you don't care? So I went into my car, I got the gun, and I shot her while she was sleeping.
Where did you shoot her?
We were sleeping in the living room, and I shot her.
What part of the body?
The head.
How many times?
Just once.
You felt bad right away?
Of course. I felt really bad.
Whose gun was it?
I felt so bad. I didn't mean to do that.
The detailed account of the act reflects a combination of emotional detachment and inattention. He acknowledges the violence, but maintains a rational description of his actions. Here we see a psychological conflict between moral guilt and the pragmatic aspect of behavior under stress.
But I knew I did it. And I knew if anyone found out, that's it. I'm done.
Whose gun was it?
I went online. I did whatever I could. I just had it there, because she was having a baby, and I just wanted to have it there, just in case. If anyone, just wanted to protect my family.
But where did you get it?
So I got it online. I bought it from someone. I met him in person. I gave him $500 cash.
Oh, you bought it locally here? You didn't do a bill of sale or any of that kind of stuff?
That's another charge.
Do you remember? Well, no, it's not. It's not to buy a gun. Do you remember what his name was?
Can't tell me his name.
Okay. Did you get the bill of sale, or did he?
There was no bill of sale.
Oh, okay. No, in Florida, private sales don't have to do that.
I know. I looked it up.
When, so that was last week, Monday night or Tuesday night?
Monday morning before she was supposed to go to work. It was Sunday when she told me that. And Monday morning, in the middle of the night, 3, maybe 4.
Did she say anything, or was it quick, or?
It was quick. It made a loud noise. It scared the shit out of me. I didn't expect it to be that loud. I didn't expect it to be that loud. I didn't expect her to be bleeding so much.
Was that the first time that you shot that gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time. I felt so bad when I saw her bleeding so much.
I know.
She was coughing up so much blood. And I couldn't take it back. I couldn't take it back. It was done. So I went to sleep in the other room. I couldn't look at her. I just went to sleep.
I felt bad. Did you cover her up or leave her there?
I left her there. I was so upset with myself.
Now what
I felt
she
bad.
was laying on the floor?
She was laying on the bed.
Oh, that little bed in the living room? Okay.
And then when I woke up in the morning, I saw all the blood. I tried to clean it up, little by little. Just clean it up and just, take paper towel, clean it.
What'd you do with the paper towels?
I threw them out.
Where?
In the trash,
The dumpster downstairs, or the?
This was last week. It's already gone.
What'd you do with her?
So, slowly, little by little, I cleaned the bed, threw the sheets out, threw the bed out.
How'd you get the bed out?
Well, I deflated it.
It was an air mattress.
I folded it. I threw that out, and then at that point she was on the floor.
Where'd you throw the mattress out?
I threw it in the trash.
The same dumpster there? The one by the stairway or the one farther down?
Yeah.
Which one?
The stairway.
That's probably been emptied since then too.
Say it again.
Has that one been emptied? The big metal one or the little plastic one? Like the trash bins or the big metal?
Like the one Waste Management picks up.
Okay. And that was the one over by the stairs where you were throwing that stuff? Over by your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then it came down to her body. I tried so hard to get her up. I couldn't. She was heavy. She's, pregnant. I felt bad, but I was so scared of the consequences as well.
I understand.
I didn't want to go to prison. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to go through it.
The episode of hiding the body shows panic amplified by physical effort and fear of consequences. This indicates heightened anxiety and impulsive stress coping strategies. The person attempts to control the situation through physical action, typical of those under extreme emotional strain.
It was a mistake. So I did everything I could to try to get her out. It was just a goal to get her out. Before before I took her out, when I finally was able to take her out, I actually, even with the even with the blood, I actually kissed her on her forehead. Before that, because she was so heavy, I tried, you know, I tried to as best as I can to do it one by one. Like, I was very desperate to just get her out, you know, because of the consequences. I was very desperate, and
I understand.
I you know, tried to see if I can cut her head, cut her hand.
Did it work?
No, I couldn't finish it. I felt bad.
When you shot her, did you shoot her like where on her head?
Here.
Forehead, like to the side, to the temple?
Somewhere around there, yes. Yes, sir.
Were you able to cut her into pieces at all?
No, I couldn't finish. I felt really bad. I started it, but I didn't finish it because I felt bad. And when I finally was able to get her the way I needed to, like in the dumpster.
How did you do that?
How did I do that? So basically, I took the dumpster, I saw it, and then that's when the idea came. I can just bring it upstairs. It has a wheel. It's big enough. I can just lay it down, put her in.
Did you get it all the way upstairs?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you did that this morning?
Oh.
When did you bring the dumpster upstairs?
This morning, yes, sir.
Like 3 o'clock or whenever it was, 4 o'clock? Or?
No, sir. Wait. Let me think about that.
While the police were watching you this morning, you were wandering around in the alley and moving the dumpsters around and all that. You did it before or after you went down to Hollywood? When did you bring the dumpster upstairs?
Before. It had to be before.
How did you get it back downstairs?
It was so difficult. It was falling. I tried really hard to make sure I had a good grip on it so the lid doesn't fall out. Because if the lid falls out, she could possibly fall, and it would have been really bad, and people would have seen. And you know, I was very desperate.
Was that during the daytime or in the middle of the night?
It was in the daytime. Because everyone was out, no one was there. I watched out my window to see if any cars were parked. Everyone was gone. It was empty.
So what were you throwing away or moving around this morning?
I was just cleaning out everything else that could possibly be a link to it.
Okay, I don't mean, I'm getting a little confused, and what day do you think you put her in the trash dumpster and brought her downstairs? This is Tuesday morning.
It had to have been, confusing myself as well. It had to have been Monday morning.
Yesterday sometime?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. What else were you throwing away this morning?
I was throwing away the heavy-duty truck. I was throwing away.
Now, where did you put that?
In the dumpster.
The waste management dumpster. Over by the stairs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else?
You know, any bags that possibly had blood. My gloves.
What did you buy? Now, why did you buy the gloves last night?
I bought the gloves last night so that I could see if I can push it towards the other side.
Push what?
The garbage can.
Oh, I see. Move it farther away?
Yes, sir.
And that's what you did this morning. You moved it down to the other side and brought the other one back.
Yes, sir.
better yet getting this off your chest? You will,
better.
I can tell you. I mean, it's still terrible, but you'll feel better.
It was a mistake, you know.
Well, part of the first step in making things right with yourself is honesty. So the text messages were from you sending from her phone.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's her code?
0608.
0608. And that code that you gave me for your phone, is that really the right code?
Yes, sir.
I figured it was. You said hers is 0608?
Yes, sir.
And that gun that's in your bedroom is the one that we're talking about. Is it really in the bedroom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't have to call me sir. I appreciate it, but it's not necessary. So, I mean, there's a couple of small questions I got to ask, but and there's no way to clean them up, so I'll just ask. I mean, you killed her last Monday night, Tuesday morning, or Sunday night, Tuesday morning. So, last week.
Monday morning.
Monday morning. Where do you leave the body?
Who?
Do what?
Who?
Where do you leave your wife's body? Just right there? For Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Do you cover it up? I mean, by that point it must be starting to decompose.
It was smelling really bad.
Okay.
And decomposing.
What were you doing for the smell?
So what I was doing for the smell was I would just try to take out as much as possible that had blood, clean up the blood around her. You know, I used the Clorox, the bleach Clorox, to mop around her so that the smell can at least go away, and then to get that down as much as possible so I can.
I mean, she sat there for 4 or 5 days, 6 days.
6 days, maybe a week.
What did you try to use to cut her?
A knife.
Kitchen knife, or is it one of the ones in the apartment still?
It's gone.
You threw that away with, is that thrown away earlier or thrown away recent?
Every time I get a chance to get rid of things, I would get rid of them.
Okay.
Times at a time, so that way I can get as much done as possible.
Right. Was that really, do you think that she was being unfaithful?
Do I think she was
physically unfaithful?
No. I do feel she was being physically faithful.
Emotionally she was being unfaithful.
Yeah.
Was that really the reason that you just snapped?
Honestly, yes, sir. Yes. Oh, sorry, yes. Honestly. I'm being very honest right now.
I can look at you and tell that you are.
You know, I'm
one other thing,
type.
you know, you killed your son.
I know.
Anything else that you want to tell me, that you want to, I mean, as far as what happened that I haven't asked you, that you want to explain? I mean, I told you when we've been sitting here for the past hour, and I wanted to get your side of the story, and I was sincere with that. I mean, that's why I'm sitting here. We could have just booked you through and let that be that, but I wanted to give you the chance to let me see the emotion, to let me see the remorse, to let me see what happened, and I can see that. I can look at you. I mean, you're barely able to keep from bursting into tears again. So, is there anything else that I haven't asked you that you want to get off now as well?
I was I was responsible for her father.
I knew that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, and as long as we're doing this all at one time, was he shot too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Hollywood guys are waiting out here, the one guy is, and I'm going to ask him to come in and talk to you, and we'll just get all this shit out of the way at one time. Are you good with that? I mean, we might as well just go with it and get it out now. There's no sense you having to come back to this. How many times did you shoot him?
Just once.
I don't want to get... Let me see if I can get a hold of it. Yeah, if he's out there, bring him on back here and let him talk to Cassandritz. He's being pretty remorseful. All right. All right. I can't imagine. This must have been tearing you up inside for the past couple days.
Of course. It was lonely.
Are you a religious guy?
Quiet. I'm Catholic.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird, right?
No, it doesn't. And I'm telling you, I've been on this side of the chair for many years now, and I will say you seem to be one of the most remorseful. You spoke with him. I don't know what the hell nuts, but Cassandritz is being pretty straight. He's coming forward. We talked about his wife. Are you going to be straight with the detective and get this all out of the way now?
Okay, sir.
I'm going to let you two talk. There's no reason for me to sit here. I will come back and see you shortly, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You want anything else?
No.
All right, I'm going to grab you some more paper towels, so...
Okay.
All right.
Cassandritz. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yes.
Alright. And I guess we're at the point of getting this off your chest. Make you feel, actually, one way to heal, feel better was in the long term. So what happened to Mr. Bernard, Roosevelt, right? What happened with him?
I was responsible.
You were, okay. How were you responsible?
So basically,
Thank you.
so basically, you know, I had the gun prepared on the couch.
In the house?
Yes, sir.
When you went over there on Saturday,
Yes, sir.
2 o'clock-ish, if I remember correctly,
Yes, sir.
on the 9th.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did you have the gun prepared on the couch? Like it was on you, or was it on the couch itself?
It was on the couch itself. The reason I did that is because I made a mistake, you know, with my wife, and you know, I was really desperate. I wanted to really not be, you know, in this consequence. So, you know, I sat there and I tried to think of how this can be presented. So I got the idea because I knew that if he came up missing, not came up missing, like came up deceased,
Right.
by another deceased person, it would cancel each other out, and you know, no one's responsible.
Okay.
That's, I mean, I was being very immature. That's what I was like thinking. So that way,
So is that why you actually went over to the house on Saturday?
Is that why I went over to the house?
Correct, because you you orchestrated this plan, right? If one deceased person killed another deceased person, they cancel each other out. I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to just make sure I understand. Okay.
His discussion about the need to cancel each other out demonstrates rationalization and distorted logical thinking. This is an attempt to justify his actions through a survival mindset where ethics are subordinated to fear and self-preservation. It shows moral confusion and internal cognitive dissonance.
So that's the plan came up, I guess, during the week before, since that Monday to that Saturday. Okay. So how were you thinking about facilitating that? So did you shoot him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where did you shoot him?
I believe it landed on his neck.
On his neck?
I believe so.
So like in the side here or straight in?
I believe it was straight in.
Okay, like.
That's how it looked.
Like that?
That's how it looked.
One time?
Only once. No, sorry, twice.
Twice?
I'm sorry, twice. Once on the neck and on the back. And the reason I did that was because on the neck, it went off, and then I saw him still moving, and I panicked, and I did it again.
In the back, like upper back, lower back?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think maybe the middle.
Okay. In the middle. Where did you do this in the house?
Martine's old room.
Okay. So if you're you have the family room there, so you come in the front door. I know you guys use the back door. Okay. Since you use the back door, you come through the kitchen, so you already come to that back part of the house. So you get to the kitchen, make a left. If you go straight, you go directly into Martine's room. If you go left, there's a bathroom. If you go right, you go into Roosevelt and his wife's room, right? Okay. So the one that had very, very little furniture. Did you walk up behind him and do this?
I didn't have the guts to do it. I knew this was something that I would have to do if I wanted to get myself out of the situation. And every opportunity that I knew I'd gotten to do it, my conscience, I basically, panicked and just didn't do it.
Right, you're a human.
Yeah, I'm not that type of person to do something like that. Some people can just walk up to someone and just shoot, and there's, no emotion about it. But I just didn't have the guts to do it. And I remember I put it back down underneath the pillow.
On the couch?
On the
or
couch.
On the bed?
On the couch. Okay. I sat there, took a deep breath, and I said, this is something, I know you don't want to do this, but this is something that has to be done. It's selfish, but it was something that's how I was thinking. It's something that has to be done. If I don't want to be, in prison for Martine. So I said, just gonna count to 3. So whenever I said, whenever there's an opportunity, just count to 3 and just do it. And then the opportunity came and my heart started racing. I just said 1, 2, 3, and then I did it. And all you see is he falls, and my heart was racing, and then he's still breathing. And I panicked and I just did it again, and then that was it. I counted to 3, 1, 2, 3, and I did it again on his back.
So 3 times?
Twice.
Okay, twice. Did he?
One here and one on the back.
Okay. Did he stop moving after the second time?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear his breathing any longer?
No, sir.
And his wife was in the house, right?
In the porch.
In the porch, in the bathroom. You
Yes.
guys call that first room that you get into, I guess, the porch, right? It's enclosed though.
Yeah.
How did you get him from where you were sitting on the couch into the bedroom?
He was always back and forth. Always, back and forth in the house.
Okay.
So, I don't have the guts to do this in front of someone's face. Just look at them and just do it. I don't have the guts to do that. I don't have the guts to do it while they know I have it in my possession. The most comfortable way, and it wasn't, I still didn't have the guts to do it, but the most comfortable way that I could have done something is if something like that is if their back was turned.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how
How far in the room was he?
halfway,
Halfway into the room? Okay. So he was in halfway of the room, you walked in obviously halfway. Did you put the gun, press it against him, or just close?
No, I just took it, 1, 2, 3, and then just did it,
Okay. And then, were you wearing gloves?
Yes, sir.
The blue,
Black,
latex, or cloth?
latex.
Okay. Did you, after you shot him, obviously, you knew that they were going somewhere, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you do then? How did you conceal him from the rest of the family?
So basically, I closed the door and I locked it temporarily, took the keys, threw it away.
Took the keys for that particular bedroom and threw it away?
Yes.
Okay.
And when they left, I took his remains, I put it in the dumpster.
You were talking a dumpster, a garbage can,
yes,
right?
Sir.
With
Yes.
the wheels, like the city garbage cans.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get that from?
Their garbage can.
The one in the front or the one in the back?
The front.
Okay.
So the reason I thought of that is because I panicked. There was nothing else that I could use that wouldn't show what's being carried. And it was the only thing I can think of at the moment. It's a big size and it covers.
Well, what time did the family leave, approximately?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, it had to be 4. Yeah.
Okay. What time how long did it take you to remove him?
It took hours.
Hours?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, did you take the garbage to the front of the house or the back of the house?
The front.
You took it to the front of the house. Did you bring it inside?
Did I bring
The barrel inside?
Yes.
It fit through the front door?
Oh no, I brought it. I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself. I brought it towards the back to bring it to the house, and then I remember taking the trash out from the front.
Okay, so you brought the barrel around back. Were you able to fit that barrel inside the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you went into the bedroom and you placed him, if I understood you correctly, into that barrel.
Yes.
Okay. And then what did you do from there?
So I started, cleaning up the blood. Put it, in a bag, and just cleaned little by little. I took the mop and mopped it thoroughly. I washed out the mop. I took out the trash. And before I left, I did another look around the house to see if anything else was out of the ordinary, and then I left.
Okay, did you take that the battery for the ZTE phone?
Did I take the battery?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You did? Did you delete his phone?
No, not delete the phone. I just took the battery.
That's it?
Yes.
What was the reasoning for taking the battery?
The reasoning for taking the battery was basically I didn't want anyone to know I was here. So
I missed.
So, you know, I had to start with that. And
What, did you have communications? Did he know you were coming Saturday, or did you just stop by?
so
Which one was it?
I stopped by.
Okay. Alright, when you were cleaning the room, that took hours. Was there a lot of blood?
Yes.
Was it on the walls?
No.
Okay. Only the floor?
Yes.
How about the mattress?
Yes.
Was the bed, the box spring and the mattress on the actual bed frame?
No.
Were they up against the,
Yes.
standing up against the wall then?
Yes.
Okay. Did you use the excuse of picking up clothing for your wife as the reason to come over?
No.
No.
I just showed up.
You just showed up. That's.
Yes, sir.
But you knew that the baby shower was that day or whatever, so you knew they would be home at that time.
Yes.
When you took the barrel out, where did you go with the barrel?
To the front. And I just, you know, put the barrel on the grass, and I just left it in front of someone's home, and that was it, you know.
Where did you park your car?
Where did I park my car? By the 29th Avenue.
In the field? I don't want to call it field. Where the field is, there's a tree.
Yeah, somewhere around there, yeah.
Let's see if I can show you, because
Are you asking me all these questions so you can use it against me?
I'm actually asking you all these questions because all I want is the truth.
To use it against me?
Well, the truth is what it is. I mean, let's think about it. First of all, this is going to eat away at you for the rest of your life once you get it off your chest. Number two is, do you think that your wife's mother,
Say it again.
your wife's mother,
That thing is my wife's mother?
no, your wife's mother,
Okay.
do you think about the traumatic event that's really happened to her, well, at least that she's aware of, in the last 24 hours? You can imagine the pain that she's suffering. I mean, you told me yourself what a nice lady she was. She was good to you. She cooked you food. I mean, of course, in-laws, if you will, you're always going to have some kind of snafu, right? Just because life is life. But do you think she deserves to go through all that?
Oh.
This is their house. That's 29th Avenue, that field. Right here. That's the tree.
I can't really tell, to be honest with you.
Okay, but you went south on 29th Avenue
Yes.
to a grassy area.
Yes.
Was your car parked in that grassy area?
Yes.
Okay, did you put the trash can in that same lot that the grassy area was, that your car was parked in?
Yes.
Okay. Did you take him out of the trash can at that point?
Yes.
Where did you leave him?
By the grass.
Like high grass, like bushes, or like
Yeah.
grass? Okay. Close to a fence or far from a fence?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I believe close.
Okay. So it was in the back of the lot, or was it in the front of the lot? Closest to the road or furthest from the road?
Furthest from the road.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough. So you kind of, what'd you do with the garbage can after that? That's a big item.
I just left it in front of someone's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Was it their? It was not their garbage can though. You just left it
yeah,
close by.
yeah.
Okay. To there. All right. Did you happen to? Was that it? Did you just leave him there and that's it for that day? Okay. Did you return another day? Do you know approximately what time you returned?
Maybe 4 a.m.
4 a.m. That would have been on what day? Do you remember? So Saturday, the 9th, I guess, was the day this occurred.
I believe it was Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. And what did you do then? And why did you return?
To try to get rid of the remains.
Okay. Did you have any concerns that he may still be alive?
Did I have concerns?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure that, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble.
Okay.
It was, it was something that I was thinking about. I was just really concerned and,
Alright, so what did you do?
I tried to turn it into ashes.
Turn his remains into ashes. And did you use some kind of substance for that? What kind of?
Gasoline and matches.
Gasoline matches? Did you pour gasoline on him?
Yes.
The acts of destroying evidence combine panic calculation and fear of punishment. Psychologically, this is an effort to regain control over chaos through rational behavior, while underlying emotional anxiety persists. It shows an attempt to compensate for guilt and fear through tangible actions.
Okay, then the matches, did you throw them out? I guess because you don't want to stand that close.
Yes, sir.
And did it light? Did it ignite?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what car did you drive that day?
The same one.
Your white 2015 Charger, right? Okay. Do you remember how you left?
The same way I left.
Did you leave going south or north on 29 Avenue?
South.
Okay, you left south. Okay. So I'm pretty much done. I mean, I really do appreciate your candor and your honesty, and obviously it'll be documented in my report that you were cooperating with me completely as well. And I do appreciate it. How long do you think? Really, this is my final question. How long do you think that you were thinking about this plan, the one canceling out the other?
The same day.
So it just came to you on that Saturday?
Yes, sir.
And that's it? That was all the planning was done that one day?
Yes, sir. I just thought of it, and just, I thought of it the same day, and I said, I have to try to get myself out of this.
Okay. The text messages that your wife was receiving from her family members, I think mostly Joanne, right? They seem to be the closest of them. Am I correct with that?
Yes.
Were you answering those?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. And you've had her phone in your possession since, I guess, she passed away.
Yes.
And what kind of gun is this that we're talking about?
A revolver.
Okay. What color is it?
Black.
Black. You know what caliber it is?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. Long barrel, short barrel?
I don't even know what that means.
Barrel long or short?
I think it's short.
Okay. Alright. Do you have anything else that you can remember that we haven't discussed?
No.
Okay. Alright, very good. Do you need anything?
A second chance.
You know that, unfortunately, that's not in our power, but that'll be taken into account later. Alright. You good with soda and drinks and all that stuff?
No.
Alright. detective. He wanted to see you and talk to you before. Okay? Alright, so see you then. I'll get him for you, alright?
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why did you ask me these questions? Did you already know, and you were just making sure I was being honest?
Most of them.
Most of it? You already knew?
Yes.
How did you know?
Remember the conversation we had at our station? That there's eyes everywhere? That's how I knew. That's why it's a lot better to come clean. First of all, it does honestly relieve you and abate some of that being at yourself. But secondly, now you're cooperating instead of not being cooperative. And we are.
Say it again?
You're cooperating as opposed to not being cooperative, which you clearly are. Okay? But we already knew.
So why didn't you take me into custody that time?
Because we weren't ready.
As in, what do you mean?
We weren't ready. We just needed a couple more pieces of the puzzle with some more information to analyze. That's all. That's the only reason. Huh? Alright, thanks, bud.
Anything else? One last question. One thing that I don't know what the hell that is. I understand that she was in the apartment and you brought the dumpster upstairs or the trash bin upstairs. The hand truck. How did that factor in at all?
That was just another way I would think to move her.
How did that get blood on it? Did you
Trying to move her.
Oh, you were going to use that initially to get. Okay. How come you didn't do that?
It wouldn't. The way it was like this, it wouldn't fit the door with the stairs down.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sure you don't want anything else?
I guess some more cookies and a drink.
Okay. Are these done? Well, you still got you got a full bag of cookies there. You want another soda? All right. You
So
prefer diet or regular?
What happens next?
I'll tell you, let me grab my soda, or let me grab your soda, and I'll give you a rundown of where we're at and what the next step is. You want soda, you want ginger ale, you want...
I guess ginger ale.
All right, give me just a minute.
Blanc finally said he shot his pregnant wife for disrespecting him. He tried to dismember her body and later shot his father-in-law at his home, and then tried to set the body on fire in a field. Blanc offered an apology to the family of his victims. "My words don't change anything, but I'm sorry," he said. By pleading guilty, Blanc avoided a lengthy trial and likely a death sentence. He was sentenced to 3 life prison terms Wednesday for killing his pregnant wife and his father-in-law.